Test.
Test. Yeah. Hold me close.
Let me know when you want me to switch from the video to the slides.
Yeah, let's switch. Oh, I forgot something. Okay, welcome everyone. I think we should start at that point and say hello to everybody to the 6th Winter Game Jam. And it's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. By the way, we're online too, so hi to the online people. I have no idea how many of those are there online. I mean, I know that there are everybody else who's not in the room is online, but right now, in our stream. Yeah, so I'm pretty astonished we have, or we had when I looked last, 102 registrations for online participation and 82 for on-site participation. So thank you very much for coming into the university. I hope you have a great experience, and I'm actually pretty astonished that although we moved it forward a week, still so many people are here. That's awesome. Yeah, and me, Matthias Lux, and Tom Tucek.
Hello.
We'll guide you through the first part, and just the thing with the hats. So if you have any questions, those people that have the hats or lying beside them, or you have one scene with a hat, they can help you, okay? And now it's obviously clear that you just don't take a hat from somebody else, because then you're responsible. Okay? So you get the idea. Yeah, and then let's start.
Let's start.
Let's start. And like every year, we'll start with the sponsors. So thanks to all the sponsors, of course. And I'm just watching is Tom's already here? Tom? Tom? No, Tom is not here. Yes, Dynatrace is our, now I can say what I want. No, Dynatrace is our main sponsor. They're really, really, really grateful. And I won't say much because actually Tom should show up at some point.
At some point.
And not this Tom, another Tom. He already showed up.
Yay.
And, and he leads the Klagenfurt lab and will tell you something about Dynatrace. Okay.
Give it up for Dynatrace.
Oh. You're here for the emotions. Yeah, then of course the university, Klagenfurt University, it's basically they give us the place for the game jam. They also give me the money so that I can stand here in overtime, which they don't pay actually, but I like the game jam, so I'm here just for fun. And by the way, we have this one, yes? So those of you who are not enrolled, consider it at least. Yeah, then the next would be also, thanks. The next would be Annexia. Maybe you find still some t-shirts around. They have been our main sponsor before. They're around here since 2006. Started actually as a classic internet provider, and now they have developed into a stable and internationally active company. I always say they also host the Netflix content in Austria, which means they're really important for us watching video. And yeah, they are a reliable partner for our Game Jam series, so please check their webpage for offers on internships and everything else. Okay, then we have, is it two? Yes, two recent entries. One would be Dirty Paw Studio. I think Fabian is not here yet.
Nope.
Daniela is also not here.
Nope.
No. Anyway, they have been working on great games for years now, but in November they made it officially. And no, they're not married. They founded a studio, Dirty Paw Studio. So they should be around at some point. So take your chance and talk to them. Actually doing good stuff. Yeah, then I don't know if you follow these awkward videos that strange people post on the internet. There have been these golden game birds, and you have seen the keychains. So that's the work of Sebastian. He's here. He obviously got a 3D printer and likes doing good stuff with it. So Sebastian, Michael and Manuel founded or actually working on a startup company called Fire Totem Games. They are working on the game A Webbing Journey. And they are here, I think all three of you? Only you, okay. The others are just online, mostly, hopefully. And yeah, track Sebastian down. He always likes to talk about games. And also if you have problems with Unity. Now he's gone. Okay, next would be Imendo, also a long-standing supporter. We actually have a really good network with people in all the companies because the Game Jam is here for so long. And a lot of people who have been at the Game Jams now work at these companies, and thank you very much for supporting us. Yeah, and actually there are long-standing supporters who have highly motivated staff who's looking forward for the Game Jam. I've seen a few of them already. So get them into your team. Check out their webpage, imando.at, for more info on the company and for jobs, of course. Totally unrelated, that's a very bad joke, totally unrelated to Imendo Plinks is another company very specialized, highly specialized on energy, on the energy and industrial sector. They're in Klagenfurt Lakeside Park, around here, still small, still starting up, and they just recently joined the ranks of the sponsor. Thank you for those of you from Plinks who are here. Tell people thanks a lot for joining the sponsors, and they're actually searching for highly motivated people. They want to build up a great team, so take a look at their webpage, or actually they've handed out letters to you. Yeah, then Sensoligent, already seen the guys? Yes? Yeah, here they are. Thank you very much. Also long-term sponsors, and I just pulled them on board for another Game Jam. So what they actually do, they implement individual software solutions for industrial customers. They have an IoT platform, a digital twin, which is their flagship. Again, visit sensologent.com for job offers and more info. Okay, and obviously I forgot to print this one out. That's something that's always there. I'm actually very grateful that they do this. This is an association, the Förderverein Technische Fakultät. It's an association that has been the link between business students and academia since 1988, and they actually support us every year for everything we do. If we go on an excursion, they give us money, they throw money at us. No, it's not much, but they are really reliable on that. They also have a Best Performer grant and the Roland Mittermeier Prize for students around here. There is some chance to get extra money. Okay, that's it for the sponsors. I was really prepared. I think this is the first Game Jam out of 18 where I was really prepared what to say for the sponsors.
Yeah, give it up for Matthias, who prepared for once, and to our sponsors. Keep in mind the fact that we can host this Game Jam basically for free to all of you, have free food and free drinks, is thanks to our sponsors. So once again, thanks to all of our sponsors. What's this?
This. Yeah, also thanks a lot. So I don't know, there are people in the train who come to me.
Put it to your mouth.
Yes. Yo. There are people on the train who come to me and say, hey, you're Mr. Game Jam. And I said, oh, yes. That's what I do for life. Actually, this wouldn't be possible if there weren't so many people that help with that enjoy the Game Jam, that really want to be part of it. And they do it for free and for strange hats. And once in a while, we get enough money to give them hoodies or something like that. So there are so many people. I just took the usernames from Discord. Thanks a lot. Yeah, and actually we didn't talk about it, but do you want to take over some slides?
Sure, let me take over. Okay, this is about house rules, what you have to keep in mind when you come here to us, into our house, to jam with us. So, of course, remember, first of all, to take it easy. We're all here in a chill atmosphere. Because of the current regulations, keep in mind that the university, all lights and all heating will stop at midnight. So it's highly recommended to get out before that, because we will close at midnight. It says here at some time after midnight typically. I think that's not exactly accurate anymore because I think we need to be out before. So this unfortunately is valid for all days, and the next days we will start at around 9 a.m. with breakfast. There's also warm lunches available on Saturday and Sunday. It's not exactly clear when they will arrive, but you will notice. And they have vegetarian options and also vegan side dishes as far as I know. And in the evening, we'll have make your own toast events. So there is 3 toasters available. We will try to keep one of them meat-free for all of you vegans, vegetarians, or people who don't eat pork. And that's why I think I will be there standing and watching over the toaster and making sure that no one misuses it. The other 2 can be used by everyone. And the whole idea is basically that you just grab ingredients for your toast and make it yourself however you like. We have garbage bags all around the place. They're usually just those black bags that you can find. They're usually labeled. We have plastic and everything else, I think, or something like that.
Plastic, paper, and
plastic,
all
paper, and all the rest. And yeah, keep in mind, we are trying to be sustainable here, use cups provided, and try to reuse your stuff instead of taking new ones every time. But I hope you know about that anyway. All right, let's keep going. This is once again food and beverages.
Yeah, I can take over here because I have extra information. So yeah, with the vegan and vegetarian option, we have a lot of discussion in the organization team, so very diverse. We cannot actually satisfy all the needs, so we hope you take what you get. And if you have great ideas how we can extend on that, please let us know. So for instance, we switched the snacks to Oreo and Mannerschnitten because we were told they were vegan and things like that. So we can do small changes there. What we actually provide would be sandwiches today. That's a local thing. They are from a local farmer, what is it, Genossenschaft, Conglomerate Association? I have no idea.
Like that.
Yeah, so they are really local. They're, yeah, there's a story behind that. Ask the people with the red hat about it. And I think 2/3 are vegetarian, yeah. So that's already a problem with the vegan option. Then Saturday and Sunday, as Tom already said, it's a warm lunch at around 1 p.m. We see that we can have 1 vegetarian dish and 1 traditional dish, and the side dishes should be vegan, so no butter in the rice and stuff like that. Yeah, and Saturday, I hope you like make your own toast. It's some historical thing. And yeah, everything else, we have Glühwein, we have tea, we have coffee. Yeah, take what you need. And everything else, let us know. If we can do something, we'll do it. If you have not enough or need something else, please also check the environment. We have Baburu here and the kebab house and the pizza stores, 2 of them. So nobody should starve at least.
I hope so. And yeah, all day, every day, you have snacks, coffee, and drinks available. There's a fridge in the game jam room, which is like publicly accessible for everyone, so feel free to take something out of there. And if you need more drinks or you feel like the drink you want is not available in the fridge anymore, feel free to ask us organizers with the hats. We can try to get more for you. And if you need something specific, also let us know, please.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a streaming schedule, and actually Stefan and Utku are the streaming people here. They actually know what to do with all those cables instead of me. So there will be a Saturday morning stream, a Saturday late night stream, and a Sunday morning stream exactly in this setup. There is already Tom there and Alex, and it should be in the jam room. Yeah, and you can actually drop by, show us your game, talk with us, or with whoever is there. It's very low barrier. I don't know if you prepared the poker game for your stream. Yes, you can try a new version of poker here. So we have something for you. Just check by, either online or in the jam room.
So yeah, if you are crazy and already have some kind of prototype presentable by tomorrow morning, feel free to come and show it off. Everyone will love you for it. And for Sunday, I'll just continue. So the idea for Sunday is we have a hard with a capital H deadline at 16. So my recommendation is you hand it in until 15:30. I know you won't make it, so you have time until 16 afterwards.
You
just
can try.
No, just aim for 3:30, okay? Please do. Another pro tip, is set up your itch page beforehand and upload the game or whatever, the executable.
Concept art, screenshots, team photo.
Everything afterwards. You can submit the itch page already to the game jam beforehand, before you upload your game. And this is also fine. But please do that as soon as possible on Sunday, so you don't forget about it. Then on Sunday, we will also have presentations. They will start soon after the deadline. And this time, we will do presentations a little bit differently than the last game jams. We will not have people come in front with their own laptops and play their games in front of everyone, because that takes too long. And we want to keep it short and sweet this time. So we will show each participant's or each submission's itch page. And I ask you to upload some screenshots or some text on the itch page. If you're here available and want to come in front, that's also fine, but you have 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes for each team to show off their game. If they don't want to do it, we will do it based on what we see on the itch page, but we will keep it short and sweet. We are expecting like 20 to 30 submissions, so this might still take a while if we give 2 minutes to each.
And the reason is that when we had first time that many submissions, we had 4.5 hours of final presentations. Actually, everybody complained. So now we actually let people pre-complain and then do it short and easy.
And then we have a game fair. You might be asking, what is a game fair? The idea is that everyone just sets up a computer in the game jam room where you can test the game and invite other people over to try it out. So everyone can try out everyone else's game. Of course, you're also invited to use your own device or machine to play other people's game. And then you have time to vote. You have at least 2 hours, we will try, for voting. And then at around 19, we will start the award show. And this time we will actually have something to give out.
Priceless awards.
Priceless awards, whatever that means.
You see, it's still a little bit of a secret. I know what it is, and I want to have one. Yeah, you know it too. See, even 2 votes for priceless here.
So yeah, we will keep the award show also short and sweet. But please, we want people around to cheer on the winners and to also experience all the games. So I know Sunday evening, most of us will probably completely KO, me included. Matthias probably won't even be here, as I know him.
We have on Monday, we have a startup pitch.
Yeah, he always has excuses. But
it's the money.
Yeah. Please come around and see everyone's games. And then we will close at 19:30, and you can come home and enjoy your evening on Sunday. All right, that's the idea. Then we also have 2 games for playtesting.
Yeah, we have 2 games for playtesting. Haruki with the stream. And actually, I didn't tell you, but yeah, you can actually playtest an internship game. I don't want to put up what it is about right now, but you have to go there and experience. I like it a lot.
So it's Marie, the girl in green with the hat. Please go and visit her and ask her about the game. If you can try it out, it's important that many people try it out and give her feedback. Thank you. So, some requirements in general. Don't put nasty stuff into your game.
Yeah. We got banned on Twitch once, so that's not. It was a naked garden gnome, so yeah. Also, please clear all licenses. It's the same thing, you know. They get really itchy at Twitchy.
Wow.
That was bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. But yeah, please use at least Creative Commons musics if you don't make your own, and make sure that everything is clear for streaming, because even if we don't show any music, we still want to adhere to the law with the submissions we have for the game jam.
Wait, I just have to ask, is Tom here? Ah, okay. So do you want to stand in now?
I think we have a slide later on for it as well. We have a slide afterwards, but...
Yeah, I just was thinking, because I know that Veit has a lecture in parallel, that we move him in. Yeah, so while they are setting up, I can...
Do you want to switch to the HDMI cable? We're not sure if it will work, just so you know. I hope so.
So we're making it up along the way. I'll go here. So, see if it starts.
Yeah, I know. We'll try.
And the best practices slide should be somewhere here. Yes, best practice. While they're setting up, don't overdo it, okay? Enjoy breaks and sleep somewhat. It's 48 hours. It really helps. I mean it. I know it. Work towards a prototype as soon as possible. Saturday evening, prototype. Great. Upload it. Sunday morning, latest. 15:30, too late. Far too late. Don't jump into some shiny new tools and technology. It's too late to learn it now for the game jam. It's already too late. Write down tasks you don't want to forget. So typically when Fabian is around, you'll see those post-its hanging everywhere. He puts the tasks on post-its and then puts them away when they are done. This really helps. And most importantly, now that we're actually here for jamming, walk around, drink a coffee with the people, tell them your problem, maybe they have a solution for you. That is actually often the case, more often than not. Best practice 2, that's now really bad because I wanted to have it visually, but I'll show you. So what it actually means is that... Yeah?
Wait a sec, Matthias, I'll try to do it.
No, that's okay.
I don't think it will work.
Okay. Can you share it on Google Slides and we just open it? Anyway, best practice. Yeah, that fast. I didn't know. So 80% of your work go into 20% of the result, okay? You see, there's a large chunk, 80% of your work. Don't do this weekend because it's only 20% of the work. Do only 20% of your work and be mindful to find the right 20%, which make up 80% of your game, okay? So that's very, very important. And I think there was a third one for best practices. Yeah, of course. That's cool that we have the slides. So immediately after our last, which is a long gone history, our last meeting as organizers, just half an hour away or something like that.
Don't say that.
We put everything on the table here, and I took a screenshot of that. Tell people, make itch.io page look nice. It's also your presentation. So just pull out one person of your team, say you're the producer, and make the page. So they have a title and a task. Use Discord extensively. We can set you up with your own channels. If you're on Discord, we can also contact you if you're remote or something like that. Hi, remote people. And if you're on your own Discord server, we have no way of knowing what you do or asking what you're doing or something like that. Stay in contact. Use the Cluejam tag for Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Join us on the stream if you don't want to come to the place here, but of course come to the place here. Yeah, and look out for announcements. We use the Discord channel for that. Something like dinner is ready, toast is ready, beer is out, something like that. Yeah, the bad news last. Okay, and use English as a common ground. Of course, if it's easier to speak in your own language and the people around speak the same, it's totally okay, but let a few slides, words of English slide in that everybody knows, yeah, talk English to me or something like that, okay? That's always pretty good. Okay. How does it actually work now? I mean, not this. They're still working on it. That's still not solved. But actually, to the defense, it's not that easy. So it took half an hour to get this one notebook running. And I can just go on with the slides. So there will be a short presentation from our sponsor. Actually, Tom can't make it, but Veit will take over. And Christoph, I think? Yeah. Yes?
Tom is with his car, he's stuck.
Okay.
Luckily he's not involved.
Classic.
That's why he's not here. We got very short notice that we should take over.
Nice. So after that, we have the topic announcement. Oh, Tom is here. You see, now we took long enough. So after this presentation, we'll have the topic announcement. Then we'll build the groups randomly. That's kind of awkward, I know, but it's just for brainstorming, so you learn to know other people. Then you should have something to brainstorm about, 30 seconds at most, pitch projects. And then we'll write down the projects, and then groups should form around the projects. Yeah, then jamming, which is the longest part, and uploading to itch.io. Don't forget. I can't say it often enough. Upload as early as possible, and then final presentation and game fair. Yeah. I think. Okay. I'll just go on. I'm fine with that. No, that's okay. So for the final presentations, we have some things. It's 2 minutes. Live presentations, so step down with your team. We want to see the people. You're on the stream. Tell us about the game in 2 minutes, and we'll show the screenshots and your page. That's the whole idea. And actually focus on what you want people to experience in the game. Say something like, we know it doesn't have that, but try this, it's awesome. Something like that. That's typically the case for Game Jam games. Presenters are either here in Hörsaal 4, which actually rhymes. This was not so bad. No. Or you can actually send in a text. For those people participating remotely, send in a text and we can read the text aloud. Yeah, and the game fair, if you have never experienced it, it's actually fun. You walk around, try the games, talk to the people that made the games, and you're relieved of the pressure of creating the games. Don't forget, you should vote on the games. So if you liked it a lot, give it 5 stars in design or whatever, okay? Yeah, and actually the best tip ever, make sure your game runs in the browser. This is kind of a huge barrier. If you make a great game and you have to download it on a Mac and run it, then you actually close out all the people who don't have a Mac. But everybody has a browser. So that's the point. So make it working in the browser. Yeah, and yeah, we're on it, we're on it. No worries. Ah, yes. And now actually the big surprise.
What's the big surprise?
Next slide.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Can you play the videos?
I can.
Yeah. So the upper one is really badly lighted, but the lower one, I tried it again, Sebastian, and put him somewhere in another scene.
Amazing.
So actually, it's a lot of joint work. I don't really understand who is in that much. I know that Nick and Ruxi did the stickers and redesigned the game bird. Then I think Manuel did the 3D model, and Sebastian rigged it. Yeah. Yeah, you can wiggle the tail and stuff, so that works. So you would have a fully rigged game bird actually, and we'll also share again, of course, the pixelated version. So if you want to include it in the game, you will find it on Discord. We haven't posted it yet, but you will find it in Discord. Yeah. And actually, this is my really first attempt with rigged animation in Blender. Now that's the second one. It's even better than the first one. I'm really not that good, obviously. I didn't even know that there was a pose editing mode. Yeah. I think we can go ahead once more, because then I can talk forever. I don't know if you have ever heard about that. This would be the second installment of the so-called Hütten Jam. And our friends from Graz, from Game Dev Graz, they're on the picture here. Yeah, somewhere. And we discussed it several years ago, and we came to the idea that there is this nice chalet village on the border between Styria and Carinthia on Turach, and we actually reserved 5 chalets already there. And check hüttenjam.at. There is a queue. We have not many places we don't have many seats left, unfortunately, because we only have 25 seats to give away. But if you join the queue, then we can at least smuggle you in if somebody can't go there. And this time we can't do it for free because the chalets are really expensive now. They are really crazy expensive. But anyway, it's a huge experience. So who was at the Hütten Jam? Who is here? Yes, Veit. Yeah, they were in my and Martin. I actually saw you in the photos, and I realized Martin was there too. So I seem to have spotty memory of this time. But there are a few videos, so I know I was there at least. There are also videos online if you want to see what we did there besides drinking beer on the fire or being on the kids' playground or having breakfast. We even had a mountain peak experience there with people who have never been on a mountain before. That was really cool. And this was really bad weather. Best of all. Yeah. And next up, do we have a presentation?
We do have multiple versions of the presentation.
Okay.
Let's see which one. So if I can connect it with HDMI, I would be very happy. Then we have no issues at all. We can try. Okay.
I could, on the other hand, if you share a stick, I can try to open it in Google Slides and just add it to our slides. Yeah, let's try this one first. So now you totally understand why we want to have the itch.io page for presentations, because it's a hassle with all notebooks. It's not. Yeah, that looks good. It's not on the stream. If we wiggle at the box. Oh, it's the old one. No, let's not wiggle at that box. Then it sticks to your finger. You will never get it alone. Yeah, we can we get it in full view? Something like Tom enter.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
the camera, and I'll go there. Test. Okay, this works.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll present to you Tom Grasser. He's the lab lead of Dynatrace Klagenfurt, supporter for the game jams.
Yes.
For a long time, and yeah, actually, they kind of eat up our computer science students. They all vanish in their building.
I don't know. You have so many good students, right? And also people who do master thesis, bachelor thesis. So why shouldn't they join like a company in the Lakeside Park, right?
Yeah. Okay, then it's your stage.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for making this work. So I hope the guys are fine that I passed, because there was 2 accidents on the motorway actually. So hope all are good. I'll keep it short. I guess you're all curious to start with the game jam, but I want to, before you start, shed some lights on what we're doing, basically, right? So let's talk a bit about the wall of complexity later. But first, I want to say Dynatrace loves the game jams. This is also, we're super proud to be like one of the main sponsors for this event. Great to have the chance. We would like to continue that like really long, so let's do this. So that's at least how we see it, because it's a place where people meet. I just heard that you randomize the group assignments, at least for the start. That's great. It's always good to meet new people. You should do that like maybe not every day, but at least every week. So that's good. That's a good start. So the game jam, really great format. And I want to tell you something about Dynatrace. It's not about all the details here. Just looking at the timeline, Dynatrace has been around for quite a while now. So basically, it was founded in 2005 in Linz, actually. So this is an Austrian success story that we have to tell. We have a couple of labs. I mean, one of them is, of course, in Klagenfurt. It started back in 2017. We started in September 17 with 4 people. We're now close to 90, which is really, really cool. It is a great team that we have, and we will continue growing that lab. Overall, Dynatrace is quite big, 3,600 employees, all in all, third of it in R&D, so making our product better every day. So, speaking about the product, we are a company that produces a software intelligence platform. And I'm sure all of you know what this is, right? Yes, okay. Actually, I want to tell a bit of a story that kind of illustrates why it would make sense to use such a software intelligence platform, basically using Dynatrace, because the product, it's named the same as the company, which makes things easier. So recently at the Game Jam, there was an awesome game idea. So people thought about it. It was a huge idea. We wanted to make it really big because out of an awesome game, there should be like great success. So people earning money, a lot of people having fun playing the game, and of course, if it's a lot of people, it could be a single player game. But those guys, they decided to do a multiplayer game, and for some reason, it had a server because multiplayer stuff. So state management, whatnot, right? And it was a game jam. So what they did is the first thing they built was a monolith, of course, and they did it with Java. So that was the back end, right? Cool stuff. Worked out quite nice. I mean, when you build things the first time, you should do it in a simple way so that it works. Like that's the first thing you do. Make it work. Like afterwards, maybe make it fast, and maybe then make it nice, but first make it work. So choosing a monolith was a great start. But then, of course, people loved their game, whatever it was, but there were stability issues. As soon as too many players connected, server went down, just won't work, people were not happy. So what to do about that? Yeah, team thought about it, and of course, obvious choice, let's make a cluster. So basically, we now have not one monolith, but 3, right? So 3 is better than 1, which, ended up in basically the same that we had before. So scalability issues, too many users brought down, the system. People were not happy. Just happened a bit later, about 3 times. Like, if you scale linearly, this would be the ideal case. So, there were so many users playing that game, so many users connected to the server, so the team had to think about, let's do something else, okay? Microservices then. Microservices are awesome. They solve all our problems. We had a monolith before. We just break it up. How hard can it be? Quite easy, right? Has so many advantages. They started with identifying also not only the services that they wanted to build, but said, okay, hey, there's this service. We should stick with Java there. But maybe Golang would be a way better choice for handling heavy load thingies, right? We had it native-like. Then there were some, customer-facing things that, exposing APIs, building a web application on top of it. So let's use Node there. Also nice. But, okay. So they had it going. Microservice, cool. But then things started to get a bit more complicated. So yes, you want to have them containerized. So they were using Docker. So you had those containers. So how to orchestrate them? Microservices, they scale automatically, right? Not really. So they had to use something else, which is basically, yes, Kubernetes. The pipelines, they got way more complex. So Jenkins was all over the place. They had to do stuff. And they also wanted to say, hey, now we have this fancy architecture. We want to be in all the clouds. And before, they had just one server at maybe Hetzner, I guess. It's still around. Had one there a few years ago. Now let's go to the clouds, right? To all the hyperscalers. Let's go to the Google Cloud. Let's go to Microsoft, to Amazon, wherever. But then what they ended up is with a great system. So people liked it, worked better than before. Even more people joined. And what they had was basically the wall of complexity, right? So before they had one monolith. You could look into the code, you know what is going on, you could attach a debugger, you just, traced wherever you wanted, all nice. But then they split it up. Then they went to the hyperscalers. Then they had way more complexity in terms of, having everything organized, having everything deployed, having all the right versions there, right? And in the end, there were so many users, they needed some help, right? So this wasn't manageable by just, one person, not by just one team, not by one company, they needed something else. So basically, Dynatrace kicked in. So Dynatrace, this software intelligence platform that we have, it allows you to monitor like everything we saw before and even more. It untangles the complexity. It creates an overview of what is going on. It keeps you informed if stuff breaks. it has an eye not only on like the classic observability topics that you might want to have, like traces, metrics, whatever, but also security, all that stuff, all in one platform. And you don't get that noise, right? It's not about setting those thresholds for your services that you want to monitor. 70 is good and 71 is bad. No, it's about auto baselining. It's about having everything there in one platform that makes you sane as a developer, as a product manager, as a game developer, to have everything running 24/7 all day, every day. And this is what Dynatrace is about. That's basically the product we're building that allows our customers to do that every day. And those customers are pretty big, to be honest. So we're targeting the 15,000 largest corporations worldwide. That's our customer base. And just a glimpse into how such things can look like in our product. I mean, that's a screenshot of what we call Smartscape. And what you see here is processes in one environment. It's close to 74,000 processes. And that's a nice number. Because maybe that's thousands of servers like in the background. But if we look at customers that we're having, it's, and this is quite an old screenshot, we're working with customers with tens of thousands of hosts being deployed. Some even more than 100,000 hosts that are monitored each day, every day, and where basically we can tell our customers if stuff breaks, tell them where it breaks so that their teams can fix the problems that they have in their application landscape. That's what we're doing. It's not rocket science. It's not building a spaceship, but close to it. And this is nice, right? And this is what this software intelligence platform is about that we saw just before. You see a glimpse of it. You find tons of information on what we're doing in the internet. So Dynatrace.com gives you a lot of answers, but there's also a couple of folks that you can talk to. I mean, I took here, yes, of course, that's our last Christmas party that we have. You see me there in this really nice Christmas sweater in the foreground. And of course, we're hiring, we're looking for people, and that was it. That's all I had.
Thank you very much, Tom. So I can just, I'll refer for questions to Veit, actually. He's already standing there with the T-shirt and he'll be here most of the time. And Christoph just beside him.
But there's also Andreas, right?
Yes, okay. Didn't know. See, I'm not totally, totally on the line. And I just have to add one thing. I know most people don't want to hear it, but it's a great place to work, literally, because they have swings in the office and beer on the draft. Beer on the draft, not in bottles, on the draft.
What, in the workplace?
Yes.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Only after 4.
There is a downside to this, of course. No, thank you very much, Tom. And have a better drive back. Yes? Yes, of course.
Thanks. All right. We're almost done, right? What's missing? I think it's only
Oh, we're finished. No.
the topics.
The topics.
So yeah, we had like a voting again for topics and diversifiers. There's a couple that won. And will we go for the diversifiers first of all? I guess
Yes,
this is the
yes.
idea. So what are diversifiers? Right away. Just want to let you know. What are you doing? You're gonna no what? Oh my God! Did you just see what he did? Yeah, you better take revenge by putting this poor creature back into your game. Diversifiers are.
We actually share the slides on all the organizers, and this thing keeps popping up, and I expect Fabian.
Yeah, well, put raccoons into your game, please do so, just to anger Matthias. Diversifiers are completely optional. You will not be, like, there is no voting on them or anything this time. So those are just for inspiration. We have 4 of them. The first one is keep your game minimalistic. You can interpret that however you want. The second one is multiple solutions. So this is the idea usually that you don't just have one straightforward solution. but you have actually multiple ways you can approach your game. Unexpected love story, that's my favorite actually. It's about putting an unexpected love story into your game. And the third one is free colors, so keep your game's graphics to free colors only. Those are, as I just mentioned, completely up to you if you want to use them in your game or not, but many people like to employ them to come up with some limitations and inspirations. And then we have the topic, and the idea is that we once again spin the wheel of fortune.
You can just click on it. You have already done it.
I already have
Awesome.
it open, and we have some ads. Oh yeah.
Can you make it full? Whatever. Just. Woo!
Okay, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, thank you very much.
And it is ... but at what cost?
Oh.
So it's up to you to interpret this topic however you want and build a game around it. That's the idea behind the whole game jam.
Okay, now I actually forgot something. I wanted to have a list of participants for the random game group assignment. So, and I believe we're not having.
I don't think we have that ready, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
But anyway, I don't know if you know that. I keep saying that, but I'm a climbing teacher for kids, so I know how to deal with you.
What? Scary.
So, how many participants do we have actually?
Like
What
in
would it
person?
be? In person here. How many would that be?
Where is
Something like
Armin? He was responsible
70
for the
or
list,
something
right?
like that?
I think it's around 60.
Andy, how many? Andy, who? How many participants do we have here in this room? Do you have? Okay, so he can give us names but not numbers. So what we're actually going to do, we actually want to have a number of groups, which gives us something like 5 people per group. So we have, I would say something like, what would it be? 10 groups, 12 groups?
It's about 60, it's over 60. So
Okay.
Let's just do 10 groups.
can we still add these people? Is that possible?
Yeah, of course, of course. So 60 people, something like that? 10 groups, you say?
I think so because it's there's many checks. So
Okay.
So it's probably we don't have all
Pardon?
all 80. But
Yeah, about the random group forming? No, the idea would be that you meet new people. So what I want you to do is I want to count from 1 to 10. And when you yell a 1, then you're in group 1, okay? And we'll just start here at the very back. You would be 1.
so that's how it goes. So we don't need to type them.
Awful.
It stopped at 6. Who's 6? Okay, now I have to walk. Okay, I'll try that.
No, we don't.
No, we don't have the text file for it.
Okay.
Okay,
Well prepared.
let's try again from
So,
the
just while Matthias is doing this,
back. Just while Matthias is doing this.
the idea is that you find your groups and you prepare some kind of pitch. Then at, I think, 5 p.m., which is not that long from now, the idea is that we all find ourselves together here in the room again and pitch our ideas. Those can be ideas that you came up with in your group, and that can be ideas that you came up with by yourself or with a pre-made group from beforehand. And we will pitch those ideas, we'll write them on the blackboard so that everyone can see all the games that are like expected to be done. And if you see one that you really want to work with, then you can ask the people if you can join their team.
Okay, and the idea would be you yell a number and then you're in that group. See, first people already left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So everybody got a number? Where's group 1? Group 1 up there in the corner. Person in the red anorak. Group 2. Who wants to be representative for group 2? Oh, Martin. Red hat and the logo from the last game jam. Group 3. Who wants to be? Yeah, group 3. See, here. Classical game jam hoodie. Awesome. Group 4, Natasha. Now we can actually go. Also classical game jam wear. Where was I? Group 4? Group 4? Group 5? I don't know. But you know the drill, okay? Yeah, you'll find each other.
Is the stream still running? Okay, so for people joining us online, if you want to pitch something, I think we have a pitching channel on Discord. Feel free to write down your pitch there, and we will read it out, put it on the blackboard, and if people are interested in joining, they will contact you. We will read out your Discord username, and then they can contact you, hopefully, so you can find a team. Also, feel free to ask any of the people who are here in person if you can join them. We'll try to make it work. Worst case, you can always ask the organizer to connect you somehow to them.
Okay. And that actually worked with the group building better.
So yeah, this is it for the stream. We will be back at 5 p.m. See you then, and good luck with coming up with some interesting game pitches around the topic of at what cost. See you then. Woo!